Sometimes I look at TikTok and genuinely feel like we've entered the strangest era in human history. Because now, young people aren't just competing with influencers or celebrities, they are competing with AI generated faces, entire glow ups that never happened, transformations that are literally fabricated. And yet, people still look at those videos and think, why don't I look like that? What's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with them. What's wrong is the world that keeps convincing them they are supposed to match perfection that isn't even human anymore. And the saddest part is this. Many young people are spending money they don't have, chasing results that never exist, blaming themselves for not turning into something that wasn't never real in the first place. So before we go deeper, let's talk about what Looksmaxing actually means. In the most basic way, Looksmaxing is just trying to improve your appearance, nothing extreme. It used to be about simple things like skincare, a better haircut, fixing your posture, or exercising a bit. Pretty normal stuff that makes you feel more confident. But lately, the word Looksmaxing is everywhere. It's all over TikTok, Instagram, and even random conversation online. And the reason is simple. Social media loves anything visual. Transformation videos look dramatic. They are easy to watch and they go viral fast. So, a word that used to be small and harmless suddenly turned into a huge trend. And of course, young people are the most affected. They grew up in a world where the front camera is always on, where looks are constantly judged, and where every scroll shows someone who seems better. And they see hundreds of videos promising quick changes and perfect results. It's easy to get pulled in. For many of them, Looksmaxing feels like a shortcut to confidence, even though the reality is way more complicated than what they are being shown. Somehow, we've ended up in a world where being normal isn't good enough anymore. Everyone feels like they need a sharper jawline, clearer skin, better bone structure, or whatever's trending this month. It's honestly kind of crazy. These aren't just high standards, they are completely unrealistic. And still, young people chase them like their life depends on it. Because all of this confidence crisis. I mean, how are you supposed to feel good about yourself when every time you open your phone, you see someone who looks like they were designed in Photoshop? Half these perfect people aren't even real anymore. You're literally comparing yourself to an image that doesn't breathe, doesn't age, doesn't exist. You can't win that game. This whole thing naturally spirals into social anxiety. People aren't just nervous about how they look, they become obsessed. Nobody should have to live like that, constantly scrutinizing themselves like they are a product on display. Then there is the comparison addiction. Looksmaxing just pours gasoline on it. You start with, I just want to look a little better, and before you know it, you are stuck in this endless loop of why don't I look like them? It's toxic, right? And it never ends. There is always going to be someone who seems better looking, more maxed out, more whatever. The algorithm literally makes sure of it. And let's not forget the money. This trend doesn't just mess with your head, it empties your bank account too. People are dropping ridiculous amount on skincare, supplements, and procedures they absolutely don't need, all chasing results that never even real to begin with. Honestly, the most disturbing part is the AI stuff. Now, we've got fake before and after, fake testimonials, fake miracle routines churned out by algorithms, and people believe them because they look convincing enough. It's straight up manipulation disguised as motivation. One of the biggest consequences is how fast mental health drops. When you are constantly told you are not enough, your brain eventually believes it. It creates this quiet pressure that never goes away. Then there is the issue of identity. So many young people start losing their sense of who they are. They don't ask, what do I like about myself? Instead, they ask, What do I need to fix next? Their identity becomes a list of flaws, not a person. And that's heartbreaking, because no one deserves to see themselves that way. Self-awareness becomes complicated too. Instead of being aware of their feelings, goals, or strengths, they become hyper-aware of their face. Their entire focus shifts to angel, lighting, pores, jawlines, things that should not matter this much in the first place. Their self-worth gets tied directly to how they look, not to their kindness, uniqueness, personality, creativity, just their appearance. Alright, so you think it can get dumber than Maywing and Ice facial, right? That's wrong, because now AI is out here making completely fake people and calling it a glow up. And somehow, people believe it. Like, this is the part where I actually lost my mind. I'm scrolling TikTok and I keep seeing this transformation that look too good to be true. Perfect jaw, flawless skin, like they got facial reconstruction surgery overnight. And the comments full of 13 years old going, bro, what routine is this? I'm literally starting this today, OMG. And I'm just, are you serious right now? That's not a person, that's a computer. Look at this, really look at this. This face doesn't exist. Some AI programs grabbed features from a bunch of models and Frankensteins them into this perfect result. So now we've got kids comparing themselves to something a robot made up in 30 seconds, spending their allowance trying to look like a literal hallucination. So let me show you what happens when someone actually tries this stuff. There is this YouTuber who decided to test one of these viral routines. You know, the ones with millions of viewing promising you look like a different person. So see both face slimming bandage, jawline exerciser, jawliner chewing gum, mouth tape, every product they link. Follow every single step for 7 days straight. The serum, the face masks, the dew, whatever, all of it. She tried it for a week, in total 7 days. And the result?
It's like halfway through the week. No difference. Can't really tell. This gum, I thought that I would like it way more than the jaw thing, and I do, but it's actually like hurting my thing to chew. And maybe I'm supposed to chew it slowly, but this paste that I have, it's making my jaw really sore. What universe does this look right? If it's Hunter Eyes workout, then why do I look like the fucking victim? It may seem subtle, but when you look closely, like really closely, you might become just as amazed as me to see that actually, yeah, there's no difference.
Nothing changed. Yeah. Nothing is changed in the way she look. So yeah, if the internet out here selling us fake dreams and calling it self-improvement, what the heck is that doing to kids who don't know any better? So next time you see a transformation video that looks too good, too sudden, too perfect, don't let it get into your head. Don't punish yourself for not becoming something that was manufactured, edited, or generated by AI. The glow up didn't happen. The transformation didn't happen. The person on screen doesn't even look like that. The only real thing in the entire scenario is the money people lose trying to chase a fantasy. And that's why this conversation matters, because you deserve to feel confident as a human, not as a project trying to compete with artificial perfection.